Move over, stretch out all the way over the stage, all the way over the stage. Go ahead, Jeff. Move this bell a bit.
Move down.
Move them over. Come on, move them over. Come on, move it over, move it over. All right, ready? Everyone pay attention. Okay, Kiyudachi. Ready? All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're the Shoto Ikki Dojo. We're a very, very new karate school in Sharon, Pennsylvania. We've been around less than 6 months, but we're kind of going to show you what we do in our normal class. We're going to show you the basics, some katas, some weapons, some self-defense. So you kind of see where the kids start out. Some of these kids have been here less than a month. Even the most advanced have been here less than 7 or 8 months. So we're kind of going to show you what they learned from the very, very beginning. Ready? Rising blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inside blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4. Outside blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4. Downward blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4. Front punches. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, this is going to be a little tough, but left front stance. Move. Knee kicks. 1, 2, harder. 3, 4. Front snap kicks. Don't kick the guy in front of you. 1, 2, 3, 4. And side snap kicks. 1, 2, 3, 4. And Kosuke. And Ray. And everybody to the side. Give me 2 yellow belts in front. Abby in the ab. Okay, Jeff, you take 1. Dave, take the other. Rest hands. Move side, move side, move side. Come on, Kyra. Okay, spread them out. Move them back. All right, get back here. Okay, after they learn their basic punch and block, kick, and strike, what they learn together is put them together in a thing called kata. A kata is a form where they learn how to use all their techniques, and it also teaches them self-defense techniques. This is the very, very first kata they learn. Ready, Kosuke? Right? Ready? Begin.
Ow! Ow!
One more. Good. Keep going. Go. Yummy. Great. groin. Excellent. And Brody. Now Brody's kind of tiny, but he's feisty. So we got big Tom who's going to grab him and try and take him away. Next is Vaughn. Zach's going to choke him. Ball choke him. He's going to break free, pull him, kick, and punch. Excellent. And Alex. Ooh, be careful on the straw. He's going to turn around, and he's going to grab him from behind. He's going to break him, kick, and finish. Excellent. Next is Ina. Ina's Alex's sister. You know who beats up who at home. No, you don't need the mat. Tom likes falling on the ground. Tom's going to grab her in a headlock. She's going to hit him in the groin. Grab him by the head. Pull him over. And finish. Excellent. And Kyra. Oh, go ahead. In there. Zach's going to grab her from behind by the hair. She's going to start yanking on her hair. She's going to turn around, break free from the hair grab, and finish him off. Excellent. And last is Abby. Abby's going to be assailant. Tom's going to grab her from behind, right underneath the arm to lift her up. She's going to take care of him, grab him by the hair, pull him to the ground, and turn around and finish him off. Whatever you want to do to him. Give me
Good job, guys. That's what we got to do.
Okay, who's first and second? Alright, now what we're going to show you is, as the students, even if they start earlier, we train adults a little bit differently than we train children. Obviously, children, we all know how the school policies work now. No, zero tolerance. You go into school, one of these little kids hits somebody in school, he's in all kinds of trouble. Adults should have the knowledge to know better than that, but we teach them for how to rely on the streets. We're going to show a couple self-defenses. Go ahead. Nice. And go ahead, you're going to grab back. Taylor has also only been with me for a couple weeks. She's still a little shy. Obviously, you can see Andrew isn't. Okay, pulling up the mat. We're going to do a little weapon. Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize. One thing I forgot before we go on to the weapon. Oh man. Okay, this is Tyler. He's one of my oldest students. When we first opened this dojo, he was the first student there. Okay, he's going to show you a much more advanced kata. The first two katas you saw were Heian Shoto and Heian Nidon. This one's called Hakasura no kata, which means kata of the white crane. It's a very much more advanced Chinese style crane. Our system is based on the crane, the movements of the crane, the movements of the tiger. So when you see him perform this kata, you see much more of the movements of the crane in the kata. Okay? Great? You ready? Let's make. dojo from almost everyone else in and around the area is one of the things we teach is what's known as Matsuyoshi Kobudo. Kobudo means, directly translated, means to protect in the ancient way. The ancient way, before people ended up knowing empty hand techniques, karate techniques, they understood weaponry. We teach 12 different Okinawan weapons. Also, unlike almost every other school in here, we use live weapons. Almost all of our weapons are either sharpened steel or solid oak or solid wood of any type. Where a lot of times we see in other dojos where they'll use foam rubber weapons or they'll do it. Not only do we do that, is as these children progress into adult, we do full live combat with the weapons. So several of our black belts have been cut, they've had fingers broken because we do it like they did 600 years ago in Okinawa. So what we're going to show you today is just a few seconds of a couple of different weapons that we do, and then we're also going to show you a couple of full-length katas, permitting the stage will be big enough for us. First one is known as Timbe and Roshin. She's just going to show you that it was a small shield with a sword. She would basically do cross-stepping, and most of it was just cutting and slicing. Go ahead, perform what I talk. And so it was mostly slicing, long slices, guards and slices, and stabs. Thank you very much. Now, one of the weapons that you always see in every bow, it's considered the king of the weapons, is the bow. With the bow, all of your defenses, blocks, strikes are done with a 6-foot long red oak or mahogany staff. Go ahead, Panda. Take it away. Very, very basic. Block, striking, thrust, guard. You'll see Tom a little bit later now because he's going to perform a full kata for us later. Thank you very much. Next. Now, this is called the sai. This is one of the few Okinawan weapons that was made completely out of steel. The sai was actually carried by the police department because it was designed that they could catch a sword with it, they could defend against a sword with it. So he's going to show you a couple basic techniques, a couple very basic punches, blocks, strikes with it, and you'll also get to see him do a little bit more with it later because he's going to do a whole kata with us. But you can see all the defenses, the strikes, the blocks, and the attacks. Thank you very much. Now here's a weapon you might have seen Grandma use at one time. Okay, most of Okinawans were either fishermen or farmers. So what they had to do was most of the weapons they had to use was what they had available. So this is known as the kura. If you notice, the head on this weighs about 3 or 4 pounds. It's much larger than the garden hose you see mom or dad playing with. This can show you a couple very basic moves with it. Defends, blocks, stabs with it, cuts with it, hooks with it, cuts off the toes with it, horses with it. Very, very common, but very, very rare Okinawan weapon. Thank you very much. Okay, this one was also used because, as you know, basically all Okinawans and Japanese sustain themselves on rice. The kama was a very, very common weapon because it was something they had readily available. That's what they cut up the rice with, that's what they pulled it up with. So, Zachary's going to do a couple basic moves with the... Very good.
Yeah.
As you can see, one of the reasons when we talk about training in Kobudo as opposed to training in karate, here's one of the obvious examples you can see. Now, Zachary, come on over just a second. Okay, if you look at Zach, any one of you adults in this audience, you say, he's a little skinny dude, a little scrawny kid. I'm not worried about who got mad technique and swings at him. How would you feel about Zachary doing the same thing, holding a 6-inch long sharpened blade? That's the whole difference between Kobudo and karate. Even someone his size, wielding something like a kama, can do damage and possibly kill you, and probably definitely kill you. So you can see there's a huge difference in training in weapons as opposed to training just an empty hand. Somebody his size may not be able to hurt you with an empty hand, but he can definitely hurt you with a sharp pair of kama. Okay, obviously these are all sing names, and you all call them nunchucks. Nunchaku basically means equal sections. It was developed by the Okinawans. Why they called it a rice flail is when they pulled out their rice, they would lay it on a sheet, and they would beat the rice, and that would get the kernels of the rice out. We don't flip them around and spin them around like you see in the movies. That's the incorrect way of using. That's just because it looks really neat to the movie. I'm going to show you some basic blocks, strikes with it. Thank you very much. As I said before, the Okinawans derived all their weapons from what they did around town. What this is called is an aku. What it actually is an Okinawan boat oar. Just like we would have a canoe oar, he would have an Okinawan boat oar. So he's going to show you some basic blocks similar to a bow. You can see the same type of striking, but unlike a bow, you can use the sharp edges of it to cut with, and it will cut. Thank you very much. Now, look, move up a little bit and just almost put out the back of this guy's. Just be careful, right? I can't afford to buy it all new. Okay, now we're going to show you the couple cool end katas. So you see that we're just off quick training in what we call kihon or hojondo, which are basic moves. What Tom is going to do is a kata called Chon no Kon, which dates back about 200 years. Chon was a man's name, so Chon no Kon basically meant the bow form of Sensei Cho. Enjoy. Exactly going to perform a kata, which also dates about 200 years ago. This was developed by a man named Zuken, or Chiken, is how he would say it in Okinawa. It's called Zuken Shitahaku no Sai. It took him 5 minutes just to learn how to say the name. The kata is one of the longest ones that we have with a weapon. So, okay, great. Did you make? He's been with me for 17 years, at least, maybe 20. The kata he's going to do is with the Eiku. It's called Zuken Akuchino Iekude. It dates back about 800 years. The funny thing about the kata was the direct translation for the kata is the person with red hair that practices with the oar. Which makes no sense because you're open now. So we're assuming it means someone who has a sunburn. So he's going to perform the kata wash because you're short in the back.
Suken Akechi no Yekude.
And what you see he's doing with his left foot is he's actually kicking sand into the opponent's eye. So even though it looks like he just stepped funny, when he's doing this, performing this part, he's actually kicking sand. Like the bully does. Okay, well, what we're going to do is introduce our school to you people and see what you thought of, so you can see where we've already gone in 6-7 months. You can see where we're going to be going. So we just want to thank everybody by